partnership that we saw, you guys heard last night, was everything to us. But I know this, I know from a partnership, I know as I'm out and I'm in different cities every single week, I know Tommy Graziano is in the home office. And there's a rock, there is continuity, there's everything that the home office needs on the back of Tommy Graziano. When you say get the job done, Matt said it a different way yesterday, which is he's the type of guy, for all of you former athletes out there, he's the type of guy that puts his head down. He's the type of guy that will put his face mask in your numbers. And and a lot of you Southern boys know this term, he will light you up. And I hope you give him your full attention this morning. Help me welcome Mr. Tommy Graziano.
Man, you just got so handsome.
Before and after.
Go back and slide real quick.
16's one slide off.
I'm all set up there, Larry. Plug you all in. I'll be flying here, bro. While Larry's getting me all connected here, I'm going to skip over all this emotional stuff and everything else, so I don't fall off the stage and roll around like Baby Huey on the floor. I love what I do. I love serving each and every one of you guys each and every day of the week. I love leading the home office team. Every day we come in, we put our heads down, we do hit hard, and we get the job done for you guys. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. To stand up here and represent the organization has certainly been a dream of mine. Many years, my wife knows, married 20 years almost. And all the way through my sales career with Xerox and Sony Corporation, in sales from day one, loving what I do. When I met this organization and I met Matt Goldberg and I met all of these fine gentlemen, Brian McCann, Fred Everett, Tim Winders, all of you guys, soup to nuts, start to finish, just absolutely knew that this is what I was looking for and what I was in search for after all these years. Yeah, I have a clicker down there. Thank you. I want to mention one thing. We'll go into all the detail later. This is the first conference that my wife has ever attended. She kind of understands what I do for a living. She knows I'm a salesman. She knows I'm a leader. She knows I'm part of the executive management team. She knows these are my best friends. She knows this is my team. She knows you guys are part of my life and part of my family. She knows I put everything I have every day of the week into what I do. When I advance this slide, you guys are going to see a name at the top of this slide, and when you do, I'm going to ask you guys for a favor now. I love serving you guys, and I do it every day of the week. You guys ask me for something, and I'll get the job done, right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
No matter what it takes, get the job done. If it means I need to stay till 12 o'clock at night and get it done, Matt and I will stay together and get it done if I need help, no matter what. When I advance this slide, I want to hear these walls roar like no other. And I want to show my wife what we've been working on for 5 years. We ready? Yep. Let's give it hell.
I'm doing
So we shake it off. 5 seconds. Is that awesome?
Can we just say it? Can we just say it?
Oh, I'm getting there. We're not getting off that easy. So on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it right there, Brian. Absolutely. Let's get on with it.
Wait till it's Securus International.
Oh, absolutely. Before we move forward, if you guys go to www.securusamerica.com, the website's live. It's there. So securusamerica.com, same exact website, same material, same login credentials. I hope the security tokens pass. Will they, Larry? It's good. Okay, very good. We're cool. So securusamerica.com, you guys can utilize that. We'll continue to build on the branding, obviously, real shortly, and we'll get things moving. Before we get going, just real quick, I didn't realize that Matt was going to start his presentation off with this, but it's real important that I recognize a whole bunch of real important people, my team that I lead each and every day for the organization. Love these guys, part of my family. Recognizing outstanding individuals for assisting all of us in making what I do obviously possible, and keeping the Securus day-to-day operations moving forward. Bonnie Goldberg, just unbelievable. Bonnie here? There you are, Bonnie. Love you. Bonnie Goldberg, I have to tell you, comes in every day, smile on her face, directly to work, gets the job done. Unbelievable person in every way, 1,000 ways. Love you, one of my best friends also. Donna, I've known Donna Polina for over 10 years. She's managed my accounting department in some previous businesses. Matt and I owned a prior business. We'll talk about that later today. Fantastic person. You guys have all talked to Donna. If you haven't, you will. She's in licensing and contracting. She keeps things moving on a day-to-day basis for me. Love you, Donna. Great job. Greg, like Larry said, not a lot to say, pal. Or like Avi said, excuse me. Just unbelievable knowledge. Kid is as smart as anyone you've ever met in your entire life. Computer skills, technology, so on and so forth. Greg, we appreciate you, man. Where's Russ? You in the room? Oh, there you are. Hey, Russ. Russ, he's a class act. Great kid. Good-looking kid, too. Russ, when we built the phone room and we recruited to the phone room, and we built a beautiful little department up to the tune of about 70 callers. We recruited, built, trained, got a lot of people on the phones, got some high volume working. Brian McCann got behind the program. We set about 350 appointments a week for the field force. We worked through some old inventory, so on and so forth. So we wanted to take advantage of what we had in our arsenal. Our inventory was packed to the hilt, and we were able to capitalize on that, right, Brian? 100%. We took care of business. Russ was actually one of my callers. I recruited Russ. Right, Russ? We put Russ on the phones, we put him in one of the cubicles, and I knew right off the bat. I met with Matt probably 6 months later. I said, Matt, I think this guy's got what it takes to move forward in the organization, and I'd love to take him under my wing. And we did so. Showed Russ a little bit about the organization. And
that was quite the wing back then.
Yeah, it was quite the wing back then. Took Russ under my wing and developed a skill set, and he just did a fantastic job. And we appreciate you, man. Mark Jackson, Mark around. Mark, how are you, pal? Love you, man. Great guy. I think Matt had said, we get there about 8:30 in the morning. Generally, Mark's there 8 o'clock. Matt and I are there in the gym about 6, but you know, Mark shows up, smile on his face, ready to get to work, really gets the job done. And when I hand something off to Mark, I know it gets done and gets done right, and I appreciate that. We don't have to go back around the mulberry bush and revisit tasks 5 and 10 times. I appreciate you. Thanks, Mark. Brandon Proctor. There he is. Matt's nephew, great kid, up and coming, going to work with Brian McCann when the time is right. But he's in the home office now. He takes a lot of, you know, daily tasks, you know, off my list, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time, and I'm sorry you're going back to school. I can really use you. Love you, Brandon. These few next people are not here, with the exception of Pat. We'll get to him, but Chris Weir, Julia, and Melissa, they handle, you know, a bunch of miscellaneous tasks in the home office. They help me keep things moving, web development, and, you know, administrative tasks and different types of things like that. And, you know, in an organization like this, every role is important, it's critical. We want to keep our expenses, you know, under control. Each and every person needs to understand and execute their roles. And these are the people that absolutely get that done for me. Melissa Zipper is actually the wife of one of our agents, Saul Zipper, sitting right over here in the center. Hey, Saul, what's up, man? Pat Johnson. Pat's been with us for quite a while. He works with Matt on the home front. He also is an engineer on the boat, on the company yacht. Pat, an integral part of what we do day to day. He also does some build-out work and stuff like that in the home office. So when we expand out departments and when we have a need for different things, he's there. He's there to help us, and another great guy. If you guys see Pat, just pass that message on, all right? Last but not least, we have our professional services departments that report up to me, our legal counsel, and also, obviously, our finance department, and with that, report right directly up to Matt from there. So, let's move on a little bit. Matt's vision. Larry and I, you know, worked real close for many years, and a real big part of our roles is, you know, taking Matt's vision, okay, and really bringing that to fruition, bringing it to life, and doing a lot of that through the use of technology. When Matt and I first met and he introduced me to Larry, I knew we had something special, no doubt. Larry's second to none in the world of technology, and I have a pretty extensive background myself, so we had a lot of information to share and a lot of things to get done. Love you, man, by the way. So we're going to talk just a little bit. I'm going to try to advance quickly. All right, John? I'm going to try to cut through this, pal. Tools for attracting talent to building. We're going to touch on some of that. We'll talk about the Securus opportunity meetings. Constantly getting calls, constantly getting messages, emails, text messages. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I schedule this? What can you guys do for me? We're going to touch on a little bit of that. Registering your prospective agents. If you guys run into a new prospective agent, you want to make sure you get that individual registered into our systems. Basically ties that new prospective agent to you and you only. Okay? This is, again, something that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. We want to